If you don't have any friends or family in law and you've not gotten familiar with the landscape, it'll be very difficult to know exactly what is going on, especially if you're an international student. It's just a whole lot of what is happening. So in this video, I'm gonna give you the top 10 terms I think you should know if you're trying to go into commercial law in the UK. 1. Solicitor versus barrister. In some countries like Nigeria, when you qualify as a lawyer, you qualify as both a solicitor and a barrister. So that's why you wear the hat, and you can give advice to your clients as well as represent them in court. Well, not in the UK. Here, there are two different modes of qualifications and they're two separate paths. You're a lawyer either way, but just a different type of lawyer. So a solicitor gives advice to their clients. They usually work in firms, so it's very team-based. You interview the client, find out information, and research the law to give them as best advice as you can. Meanwhile, a barrister represents them in court, and they usually use a lot of work prepared by the solicitors to represent them in court. A solicitor's work is mainly desk-based, while a barrister's work is mainly court-based. Two distinct things. And when you're answering the question, why do you want to be a solicitor, please don't talk about advocacy, because that's not really the role of a solicitor. You could, but it's not. Number 9 is a training contract. So a training contract is a graduate scheme specifically for law. It lasts 2 years and different firms do it differently. Most firms have 4 seats. So a seat is a department in which you sit within the firm, and so you would have 4 seat rotations of 6 months, making the 2 years. But there are some firms that like to do things differently. Example, Burgess Salmon and Deckert have 6 seats, in which you spend 4 months. 6 seats in which you spend 4 months in each seat rotation, and you have a chance to explore more practice areas. And Freshfields offers 8 seats, which is absolutely insane, and I'm applying to Freshfields, love Freshfields. Number 8 is a secondment. So when you're doing research for a law firm, you would usually see chances, if you're checking on Legal Cheek, which I advise you use because that's one of my favorite places where I want to just get like a feel of what a law firm is, that and Chamber students. But they would tell you they offer your chances of an international secondment or your chances of a client secondment. Secondment is an arrangement where a company temporarily assigns an employee into a specific position. So an international secondment is you being temporarily assigned to an office in the abroad lands. There's a lot of people going to the Middle East, a lot of Dubai, UAE, there's a lot of Hong Kong, Singapore, there's also France. It's really insightful because you get a feel of exactly how the firm works in these different jurisdictions. But you also have client secondments. So if firms have clients like corporate organizations, it could be institutional banks like Goldman Sachs, but it could also be, Walmart, it could be Primark, and so you go and you work as an in-house lawyer for them for that seat rotation. Something really interesting that I don't see is that Clifford Chance actually offers an international client secondment with Airbus, and I just thought that was absolutely insane. I love it. Number 7 is a vacation scheme. So this is an internship specifically for law. It lasts 1 to 3 weeks. I cannot think of a firm that does a vacation scheme that lasts more than 3 weeks. And at the end, you're interviewed for a training contract. Some firms recruit exclusively from their vacation schemes, firms like Herbert Smith Freehills and Michigan DeRea, but other firms recruit mainly from their vacation scheme. Some firms don't allow you to do a vacation scheme unless you're in your penultimate year. So Magic Circle firms like Salter and May Freshfields, you have to be in your penultimate year to apply for their vacation schemes, or you just have to go for the straight training contract route. Number 6 is NQ. So this stands for newly qualified. The training period is a period of 2 years. Again, like we said, 6 seat rotation or how many seats you're doing. But after that, you are going to be a newly qualified lawyer. Is you see trainee pay, and then I saw the newly qualified pay is literally double of what the trainee pay is. You're newly qualified and you can actually work anywhere. You're no longer a trainee, you're actually a lawyer now. Number 5 is the Magic Circle, and I know it sounds incredibly Hogwarts-esque, but it's actually the top 5 most prestigious UK headquartered firms in the UK. Apologies for how that was said, but you get my point. There are 5 of them, and let's see if I can name them off my head. Let's put like a 10-second timer. Right, 1, 2, 3, go. Allen & Overy, Clifford Chance, Freshfields, Linklaters, and Slaughter & Meat. Don't play with me. I'm actually creating a video on the differences between these 5 firms very soon, so keep updated to that, turn on your notifications so that you can get these kind of updates. Number 4 is US firms. So these are exactly what the name says. They are firms which are headquartered in the US, which have an office location in the UK. Commercial law has a reputation of very late hours anyway and working really hard, but US firms kind of like take that to the max, which I think is why a lot of firms which are headquartered in the US are choosing to disassociate from the term and are choosing to go international firm. US firms stereotypically have a very work you to the bone culture, which I think a lot of firms are disassociating from by calling themselves international firms rather than US firms. I'm going to be making another video on different types of law firms in the UK, so keep in touch for that. Number 3 is target hours. In law, you actually track how much time you spend on a client matter, and these are called billable hours. So some specific law firms give you a billable hour target that you have to reach. This could be 2,000 hours, 3,000 hours, 4,000 hours. I'm not sure about 4,000 hours, but like it's usually in the thousands of hours that you should have billed by the end of the year, and your performance will be rated on how many billable hours you can do. Some firms don't have any billable hour targets, and it all depends on you and how important that is to you. Number 2 is practice area versus sector. So the practice area refers to what the lawyers actually do day to day. So that could be mergers and acquisitions, it could be corporate, finance, tax, capital markets. But the sector refers to the client industry. So that could be energy, that would include oil, gas, renewables, construction, it could be hospitality. I think a lot of firms are choosing to go sector based because clients don't think about legal problems in terms of practice areas. They don't think, oh, this is a finance problem or this is a global markets problem. They think this is my problem and they want you to work on it. And so you'd have different practice areas working for a client in a particular sector. And also you could have a client who, let's say, is in the energy sector, who's having a corporate problem, who's wanting to acquire some more companies. They don't know what we know, so they just bring us the problem. But there's a difference, and it will be really helpful in your applications interviews if you know the difference between these two. And number 1 is commercial awareness. Commercial awareness is probably the most elusive legal sector term. I'm going to give you a definition I found which I thought was really helpful. It is understanding the context in which an organization operates, such as the internal and external challenges that they face, their clients, customers, and suppliers, and their drivers for effective decision making. Commercial awareness is not something that you know or don't know. It's a skill. I think it's a way of looking at things. It's a way of looking at life and just constantly thinking, right, this has happened. How would it affect businesses in which their main goal is to generate profit? So how would it affect that? What could hinder them from doing that? If you're trying to build your commercial awareness, I am making a video very soon with a future Magic Circle trainee who's my friend who I love very much. If that's something that you want to see, please let me know in the comment section, or whether I should just give up on YouTube and find something better to do with my time. Looking forward to that. Anywho, that's me. I hope this video was informative. I hope it was helpful. I'm actually on my way to a Magic Circle open day right now. I'm literally running out of time. I turned this on. I was like, film. I look very corporate. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video. But I'm still your favorite employee graduate. Bye.